So if you look out there, you'll see there's a tree swallow standing on top of the white post where the birdhouse is mounted. Oh, there she goes. Flying around. So this morning I'm getting ready to move the cows. You can see right here along this electric fence, they have got the grass ate down pretty low. Apparently they really like that grass there. And there they are, all of them down there. And I'm sure when I get ready to move them, they'll be ready to go. And so this is where they've been, paddock 2D. I put them in here yesterday morning. They've pretty well ate all the grass down in here. We had a couple of showers, one last night at 5/100ths of an inch, and we got another one this morning, another 5/100ths of an inch, so that's always a welcomed rain. We're pretty dry here. And you can see seed heads are up, cows are up. They say, I think he's going to move us. And they're right, I am. So girls, you want to go move? Here they come, all of them. $22.11. How are you? You taking Mama's place? So this is the little stock pond that's just about dried up. You can see the cows have been in there, stomping around in it, trying to get away from the flies. There's Big Mama, number one, right there. Hey, 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 hey. Get off of her. What are you doing? $22.11. All right, we're gonna go down here and turn this fencer off because I got a little work I got to do on it. So we'll just turn it off right there. So we're going to put them in 8C this morning. Not a lot of grass in here, as you can see. Thin on that hillside. It gets a little thicker as it gets into that draw, but still it's pretty thin. Grass is a little better over on this side. Down in that draw. I know they're not going to be really happy about me putting them in here, but because there just isn't a lot in there. Girls, you're just going to have to make the best of it, you know? Okay, everybody's in. $2.23. Still got that goofy ear tag. I got to get that fixed one of these days. $2.22. She still hasn't calved. I keep thinking she's going to have one here sometime soon. I think that's $4.11 there. So I'm going to walk up here and put this handle on a wire. I got one wire up here that don't have a handle on it. So I need to get that taken care of. That's why they turned the fencer off. And you can see in here, there's pretty good grass standing in here. And that rain we got sure helped it, I'm sure. I have some weeds in here too. I think they call this ironweed. Typically I spray that when it gets in patches like that. I'll leave one alone and just whack the top off of it, but we've got a little more than one going there, so I'm gonna get the sprayer going. I had to order a new key switch for the Rhino. You got to where it wouldn't release from the start position, and so I had to fix that. I got the, like I said, I got the switch on order. And girls, I see you're all up here. 51, boy, she's a long-legged thing, isn't she? Her mama didn't have long legs like that. Her mama had fairly short legs. $41.12, how are you? And PJ, how you doing, buddy? Gonna taste the water, see if it's any good. All right, so I've got to put a handle on this wire right here. So this is my 222 calf heifer. I think she's bred this year, and I keep thinking she's going to be my next one to calve. She's starting to spring a little bit, and you can kind of see her teats are getting a little swollen, but she's not bagging yet. Of course, she is a heifer. She may be a little bit slow to bag. Her mama had a really nice bag on her, number 22, but I had to get rid of her. She had the one claw toe on her. I'm hoping that her offspring don't get that. If they do, I'll probably end up selling off all of her offspring. Calves are doing good. PJ. You're growing pretty good, aren't you? He's going to be my bull, my next bull. He'll take care of this year's heifer crop next year. And then I think I'll be in pretty good shape. I got the 3 bulls, Ferdinand and PJ and Buster, and so I should be able to keep them from having to inbreed any more than I need to. They got some pretty good grass down in here, so they should be okay today. I got shade in here, that'll make them happy. We've talked about this before. I'm a little short on shade in my paddocks, and that's because these fields up here on this ridge were originally always hayed. Dad did crop them a couple of years. I think he put in milo one year, and he put in wheat one year, and then I think he put it all in CRP. And then we came out of CRP and we started grazing it as hay fields or pastures. We cut it, we used it for hay fields several years, and grazed it in the latter parts of the year. So the land really had been kind of abused, and because of the haying operation and grazing operation, we don't really have very many trees out here. If I didn't have it all divided up into paddocks like I do, we'd be okay. We'd have trees the cows could get to, but we don't have no water without the water system that I put in. So I've been trying to improve the overall operations as far as making it for raising cattle, and I think we're pretty well there. We'll continue to do some small improvements here and there. I think that cow there is in heat. She has calved already this year, so well, that's it. I've got to go and move my bulls, and I'm going to cross fence at least one paddock down in the goat lot, put out a bale of hay in there, and then we'll be good in there for about at least a week with grass and hay. And then I'll build another cross fence and move them into some more fresh grass. The girls have got, oh, let's see, one more rotation through here, and then we're going to start breeding. We're getting close to breeding season. I may have to hold them in a paddock with a bale of hay for a day or two. We'll see how that goes. This is paddock 2D. This is where the cows came out of. You've seen them laying in here this morning. And you can see this is fescue. And it's still got a little bit of length to it, even though they've been in here. They don't eat that first for some reason. I think they go after the orchard grass and timothy that's in here. But you can see, just looking at it, it's still got some length to it. There's places where grass is in pretty good shape, and there's places where it's thin. Of course, we are in a bit of a dry period. I'm not going to say we're in a drought. There are places in worse shape than we are. At least the grass is green here. This area right in here was a big bare spot from when the tree came down in a storm. It laid here for several years. And so after we got it all cut up, at least most of it, there's still some of it laying up there. I need to get that cleaned up one day, but it's just not bothering anything, so I've got other things I need to do. I did go through here and spray some 2,4-D, and it hit a lot of the buckbrush that was growing in here, knocked it back. There's still some of it trying to come up, but this is really one of the go-to paddocks. Spring, summer, fall, winter, there's always some forage in here for the cows to hit. You can see this spot right here. It's thick. They've got some of it trampled down. They've been through here. They leave quite a bit behind sometimes. Right next to it, you'll see they ate it down close. Right over there. This draw's got moisture in it, so the grass grows pretty good in there. Like I said, I sprayed some 2,4-D this spring. Made a couple of passes under this tree. There was multiflora roses growing, and there's one of them right there. You can see, knocked it down. There's some over here too. There's one. There's one. It's still got a little green on it. But it knocked them back pretty good. I hooked that sprayer up on the back of the four-wheeler with that single outlet spray head on the back and drove through here, so I'm pretty happy. I mean, it's always an improvement anytime we knock down some weeds. One of these days I'd like to be able to rotate my goats around, get a 2-wire electric fence and let them move with the cattle. They can eat the weeds and the cattle can eat the grass, and they can work as a team to maintain the property on the farm. That's in the future though. We'll take baby steps. And we'll go down and turn the power back on. Green light's flashing. There's probably about 4,300 volts on this electric fence. I need to take the one off of the lake, which is an S100, and move it over here and replace this S40 with it and move the S40 where the S100 is, because that's just a 2-wire fence that goes over there by the lake, and I don't use it that often. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video for the day, and may God bless your day.